Most teenage kids your age are partying like degenerates, and you're sat here watching a video trying to develop some skills and set yourself up for life. Good on you. I dropped out of school almost a year ago now at 16 years old, and ever since then, it's been a bit under a year now, and I've made over $400,000 online at the age of 17. I was able to buy myself an AMG as my first car at 16 years old, fully paid in cash. And I don't say that to flex, I say that so that you know that I know what I'm talking about. Now, if there were any 3 skills I could break down my success to, it would be the 3 skills that I'm going to share in this video for you guys today. If you develop these 3 skills, especially at this young age, you are getting a head start. And I believe that these are 3 fundamental skills you need to develop to inherit eternal wealth. I truly believe that to my core. But without further ado, I'm going to stop yapping. Let's get straight into the video. This shit is exactly what the title says it's going to be. If you develop these 3 skills as a teenage kid, the big 25, then you will never have to work another job in your life. These are the 3 most important skills I think are facilitating to actually succeeding in overall life. Now, first of all, very, very simple. I kind of talk about this a lot. The whole trap that we're trying to escape. The whole idea of the traditional education system, you know, going to school, going into debt, and getting a job that you hate for the rest of your life. You're essentially spending 40 years of your life trading your time for money. And they sell you this dream of retiring at 65 on a few M's because you invest your money into index funds and you have a few M's saved up. But at that point, when you can actually afford to have a nice car and afford to go on holidays, you're physically incapable of doing so. So of course, rightfully so, you want to be able to make money before it gets to that point. The trap itself is not doing work, because you have to do work and work really hard to get wherever you want to in life. The trap is working without having any freedom. The difference between me and you is that I can go to another country and fuck off, and I'll still make the exact same amount of money. If you go to another country and fuck off for a week, you won't get paid at all. I'm still working and you're still working. That's the difference, right? The difference is the freedom. And that is what we're truly chasing. Now, the path to freedom comes from developing skills that help you unlock the freedom. A university degree is not going to get you there. And it's not rocket science to understand that. I feel like you watching this video, you already have an understanding of this. And it is no secret at this point that with a laptop and an internet connection that you can earn money wherever you are in the world. It does not matter at all. Now, the 3 skills I'm going to be talking about today are the 3 skills that, what I like to think, all 3 of these skills put hand in hand together, they unlock limitless opportunity, not just in the online sector, but in your life as a whole. Now, remember, I'm a 17-year-old kid, so just take what I say with a grain of salt, obviously, but 17-year-old kid that's made a lot of money online. So people pay for results that you can deliver them, and no one cares about degrees anymore. Even if you see day-to-day jobs nowadays, people do not care about you necessarily having a degree, and the value of having a degree has gone down while the price to obtain the degree has gone higher. So a degree is getting more and more useless over time. Now, the first skill, I believe, in this triad of skills to financial freedom is sales. Sales is the money skill. And if you can sell, then you will always be eating well. Every business owner will pay someone who can bring them clients. And that is the importance of learning sales. If I were to lose my business, I could go into someone else's business as a closer, and I could probably make 10K a month just from commissions off of closing, because I have that skill of sales already. You see the importance of that. And if you want to start your own business, whether you're drop shipping, whether you're affiliate marketing, whether you're doing anything, if you can't sell your product or service, then how are you going to make any money? You need to learn sales if you want to make money online. And if you fail at sales, then you'll be broke. But if you win at sales, that is essentially the ceiling of how much money you can make is literally limitless. Now, it is very simple to develop sales. I feel like most of you would already know like how to develop it roughly, right? Read sales books. You need to educate yourself on how to actually sell. The 3 or 4 books I'd recommend now is, first of all, Sell Like Crazy by Sabri Subi. He owns a marketing agency. So that is very specified to what you want to do as well, your line of business, I'm assuming. The second thing is all of Alex Hormozi's books. Hormozi provides so much value in $100 million offers, $100 million leads. I haven't read $100 million money models yet, but leads and offers were very good from a sales perspective. Now, after you've read some books on sales, try to implement what you have learned. Sell anything. Fucking resell on Marketplace. Pitch stuff to local gyms if you're doing a marketing agency. Offer to mow people's lawns. Offer to detail people's cars. Get used to pitching and get used to selling, and challenge yourself to get comfortable with being rejected. Because the biggest thing that holds people back from unlocking their sales potential is their fear of rejection. You guys think that hearing a no means the end of the world, but it doesn't, right? Hearing a no is great because every no is one step closer to a yes. So to become a really good salesperson, you need to become comfortable with hearing these no's. I'm fucking delighted when I hear a no, because I know that that is leading me one step closer to getting that yes. Now, skill number 2 is communication. Most teens can't even hold eye contact anymore. And that's pretty fucking embarrassing. I notice like sometimes I meet people that know me in person and I'll like dap them up or I'll like shake their hand if they're trying to be professional, and they can't even hold eye contact. Their grip is soft as shit. And I'm just like, I love meeting people and I love meeting new people, but I just know like you're not confident as a human being. And I can tell how when I meet people like that, as opposed to ones who shake my hand, look at me in the eyes, the energy and the delivery and the energy I receive is completely different, right? Weak communication is going to explicitly hold you back from succeeding in whatever you do. And communication is made up of multiple things, right? It's not just how I talk to you. It's not just how I look at you. It's also made up of your body language, your tonality. There are so many different things that make up a good communicator. But if you are able to master communication, you will stand out everywhere in life, in business, in relationships, everything you do. If you can become a good communicator, I guarantee you, you'll already be the top 5%, no matter what you do. Now, how can you actually develop your communication skills? The first thing I would recommend you do is learn human psychology. Human psychology is important because for you to be a good communicator, good with people, you need to understand how to actually win people over. Now, some books I'd recommend are How to Win Friends and Influence People. I have that book right up there. How to Talk to Anyone. I have that book right up there. And The 48 Laws of Power. All 3 of these books are very good. Also, The Art of Human Nature as well is also a very good book. But read books and consume knowledge and educate yourself on body language, how to talk to people, how to listen to people. Educate yourself. Second of all, is in your day-to-day interactions, just consciously think, maintain eye contact when you're talking to someone. Smile when you're meeting up with someone. Smile when you introduce yourself to someone. Have a firm handshake. Stand upright in your posture. Stand confidently. All of these things, just keep them in mind when you're talking to people. And if you consciously tell yourself to do it enough times, eventually you're going to be able to subconsciously do it. And you'll just come off as this fucking brilliantly confident, sexy, caramel kind of guy. And that's the goal, right? The third thing I'd recommend is listen to podcasts and audiobooks on 1.5x speed. When I read, I listen to my audiobook on almost 1.8 times speed while reading the book. And it's just the idea of getting comfortable with someone speaking to you that fast. Because when you speak fast, sometimes speaking fast is good, sometimes speaking fast isn't good. But when you speak fast just generally, you sound like you know how to talk. You sound like you know what you're talking about. And it's good because if you listen to podcasts and audiobooks sped up, then you get comfortable with people speaking really fast in your head, and you're going to naturally attune to that as well. So you will get confident speaking fast. And that means when you speak back at a normal pace, you'll be so clear in your delivery. And last of all, do not watch porn. If you watch porn, it's going to affect how you communicate with people on a day-to-day basis. I'm not going to go in depth on that. It's not rocket science. I don't need to explain that to you guys. Now, the third skill that you can develop as a teenage kid that is going to make you fucking rich is problem-solving ability. People pay you to solve their problems. That is exactly how the world works. People pay you to solve their problems. Let me give you an example. If you get hired at McDonald's and you get paid to work at McDonald's, you are helping your manager solve a problem. He needs people to do the work that he doesn't want to fucking do. Flipping burgers, right? But at the same time, you just need to solve problems on a larger scale, right? You're getting paid to flip burgers, but then what if you helped a business owner make $20,000 more next month? Don't you think you get paid substantially more? So think about solving bigger problems and you will get paid more money. Most teens are like, they're too focused on consuming social media. They're too focused on buying things. Become a producer instead. That's what I learned from the Millionaire Fastlane as well. Become a producer. If you can identify pain points within businesses, faults, things that could be done better, then you can not only build a business, but you can also help other people improve their businesses. Now, developing problem solving is just a matter of practice. The first thing I'd recommend is looking at local businesses and just genuinely look at it objectively and think, if I was here, what could I fix? What is broken within this business? Is their marketing bad? Are their systems bad? Is their customer service bad? Is their website bad? Figure out what's broken. You don't need to do anything with that information. Just be able to identify those problems, right? Now, the next thing is learning to use Google and AI to your advantage, because AI can be a big tool to help you with problem solving. You can use ChatGPT to help you with marketing, to help you with systems, but you have to identify those problems first. And that is where Google and AI can come into play and actually help you solve the problem, right? You still have to develop this skill of identifying the problem. Do not gain a dependence on AI and Google to do that shit for you. It's such a useful skill for you to develop on your own. And then from there, build some small projects. Build some websites. Do some simple services for people. Do some side hustles. Just do small things that develop your problem-solving ability. Even if you're not getting money out of building a website for someone, it's good practice. And you're learning to identify things that are wrong and can be improved. It's so valuable to have that skill, right? And when you stack everything together, sales, communication, problem solving, you will become unstoppable. Because these three skills are the equivalent to a degree for financial freedom. And this is how you hit your first 10K a month. I think these three skills are the most important skills. And literally, if you just develop the skill of sales, you can make 10K a month. If you just develop the skill of problem solving, you can make 10K a month. But all three of these combined is where you make the millions and millions of dollars. Now, this is how they connect as well, just so it makes a bit more sense for you guys. Sales is what gets you clients. You got to sell them. You got to convince them to join. Communication is what keeps clients. If you're a good communicator, you know how to talk to people, you know how to win people over, you will have good client retention. Problem solving grows clients and increases your value. The bigger your ability to problem solve, the more you'll be able to charge people. See how they all work hand in hand? And they all benefit you in the end. So, if you put everything together, you get freedom, money, and you don't have a boss anymore. Now, to close this video out, I am rooting for you, bro. You're still young, and everyone else your age is doing this stupid shit right now with their lives. You can choose not to be like that, right? And this is the time to sharpen your skills, get that head start on them. Just control yourself. Do not be a dickhead. You can have your fun every now and then, but develop these skills. And while all these people who are partying and shit, while you're staying home trying to develop these skills, they'll be working a job. You'll be living an absolutely lavish life, retired. And fucking Rob is going to hit you back up in 10 years' time and be like, what do you do for a living? Delay the gratification. Most people your age will waste their younger years doing the wrong shit. You'll get a crazy head start if you develop these skills now. And if you commit now, you will never need to rely on a job ever again. So I want to remind you that I am rooting for you and I want you to win. But that's going to be it for today. God bless.